Hey, look over here, Sharp. There appears to be a delve. I think this is one of 3 currently on Eastern Solstice. Why don't we go in there and take a look? But first...
Take me. Why did he have to choose such a desolate place?
Oh, I wonder that as well. Anyway, but first we'll see what this sea elf wants.
Stranger, can you assist me? This cavern contains the skull of one of my ancestors, which serves as a focus for a powerful necrotic spell. With the worm cult nearby, I can't leave the skull here, but I can't simply remove it either.
Why can't you just take the skull?
My ancestor Gandelek performed a ritual ages ago that bound spirits to Carapace Cavern. His skull is the focus. If I merely remove it, the spirits will be freed to wreak havoc across the island. I must make this right, but I can't do it alone.
What do you propose?
I hire you to take this orb to altars inside the cavern. I'll perform a ritual from here to attune it to the area's necrotic energy. Then, you exchange the orb for my ancestor's skull. Let's get started, before the worm cult realizes what's in here.
Alright, I'll take the orb to the altars inside, then swap it for the skull. That can't be too difficult.
Take the orb into the cavern, visit each altar, and hold out the orb. Then I can attune the altar's concentrated necrotic energy into it. I'll meet you at each altar in astral form and perform the attunement rite.
You aren't coming inside with us?
No, I need to stay here and focus on the ritual. All those spirits and hadalids make for a distracting environment. I'm sure you can handle them without my help, though.
Hadalids?
Oh, yes. Plenty of hadalids. So many hadalids. Intelligent shellfolk who defend their nests to the death. Between them and the spirits Gandelek bound to the cavern, I couldn't perform the ritual and retrieve his skull. Too many interruptions.
Gandelek bound the spirits to the cavern? He was a necromancer?
I'm not sure he bound them on purpose, but yes, he was a necromancer, much to my clan's chagrin. Yet some cheered him on since power is power, no matter the source. Others found his magic gruesome and distasteful. Like me.
So what's the deal with the skull?
Gandelek used his own body as the focus of a necromantic ritual that went awry. Even though it killed him, the ritual was never completed. It continues to collect necrotic energy and binds the spirits of his old crew. His skull remains as the focus.
And you want to replace the skull with the orb you gave me?
Exactly. With your help, I'll finish the ritual and use the orb to absorb and dissipate the collected necrotic energy. Eventually, the bound spirits will be freed, provided the dampening orb works as I intend it to.
You mentioned the worm cult. Tell me more about them.
Them. They're Tamrielic necromancers who arrived on the island recently. Solstice does have a certain reputation. Cursed, haunted, the Forgotten Land. If the skull contains as much power as I suspect, I'd rather keep it away from the worms.
Is that why they're here? Are they after the skull?
Specifically, I don't think so. But this island has a connection to Molag Bal and the undead. Even the high elves who settled here were once into all kinds of necromantic nonsense. So, rumors of cursed relics of untold power abound.
If this skull has been here for ages, why come to deal with it now?
Huh, that's a tale. The short version is my clan has always tried to forget Gandelek. Ignore the dishonor and infamy that stained my family. Finally, one of our elders put her foot down and told me to find the skull and put it to rest. So here I am.
And what does this orb do exactly?
When attuned to an area's necrotic energy, it absorbs and dampens that energy. Think of how you can smother a fire with a blanket to extinguish it. That's what this orb does, but not fully.
Not fully?
Well, we're basically completing the ritual my ancestor started, so that we can remove the skull without releasing the spirits bound in this cavern. A trickle of the necrotic energy needs to remain in place after we swap out the skull.
So the spirits will remain trapped here forever?
Not forever, but if the binding energy is removed too quickly, The spirits could escape to cause trouble across the island. The dampening properties of the orb will slowly dissipate the energy, allowing the spirits to eventually move on as intended.
Okay, you hear that, Sharp? Looks like we've got some stuff to do in Carapace Cavern. And already this place does not look entirely inviting. Oh, what do we got? Okay, that thing's new to me. What we're looking for are these altars, Sharp. So let's sneak our way around here. Oh, the bears spotted us. To be honest, it was probably that crab that spotted us. Not too difficult. You have enough area of effect weapons or abilities equipped. Okay, there's a Hadalid champion, so we're going to go this way. Take them out just like that. There's some treasure here. Why don't we have a look what's in here? Okay, I don't think it's going to work while he's here. How the heck, the crustacean? What do we got? Some gold, some ruby-doo leather arm crops of health. We can deconstruct that later. A hidden bag and a enchanting glyph.
Always room for improvement.
Yes, Sharp, level up, that's good.
That's it.
So get rid of this Reef Guardian. He wouldn't let me unleash my abilities there. Where's my arrows? My rain of arrows should have appeared, but they didn't. Oh well, let's get out this pan grit. Oh, there's a bear here. Yes, Sharp, I know. Let's move. This looks like it may be one of these rituals. Oh, there's skulls here too. That's wonderful. And I'm not entirely fireproof too. Oh.
Dares trespass in our cavern.
Get rid of this lich. Not really difficult, these higher. He just got some gold on him. Ah, an altar.
Here's the first altar. Present the orb while I perform my ritual.
Okay, let's present the orb.
Mother of seas, that took more out of me than I expected. But we're done with this one.
There seems to be a lot of crystal-like structures in here. Are these dead pirates? Of course they'll be dead pirates. Sea elf. Yeah, you can have some cat chops as well. I think Sharp likes it when I take out these ghosts. Trap. Sharp, you may want to avoid stepping on these traps. You won't get him while he's distracted. What do we got in here? So there's also a Delve boss in here somewhere we're looking for.
This one's mine.
move on already.
Okay, have some... I suppose I could sneak through here, but with the amount of creatures as well, it does make it a little bit difficult. You know what? That's what we'll try and do. We'll try and get through here quietly. Probably something down that cave. I'm kind of happy he did not see me there. Or Hadalids. Looks like we're going down. There's so many water spouts down here. Oh, okay, we'll have to fight these skulls again. Get rid of these and another lich. Yeah, once you get high enough level, liches are fairly easy to deal with. Ah, get that bear out of here.
Another altar. With your help. That hurt. Something in these altars resonates through the arcane matrix when I attune the orb.
Ah, sounds like there's definitely something not right with that altar. Get around here quietly. What do we got? No, that's not the Delve boss. That's not what I'm looking for. Here's another area, flaming skulls, and the final altar. Yep. Deal with this lich.
Better luck next time. Oh, wait.
There we go. What's he got? Just 18 gold? That was barely worth anything. Let's activate the last altar in the cave.
The orb is fully attuned. Now head to the main chamber near the entrance to retrieve my ancestor's skull. And finish this.
Okay, but before we... Oh, here we go. Looks like the Skyshard is just down here. So we'll grab that. That's what we want. A Skyshard in this delve. Sometimes the trick is getting up into where the Skyshard sits. So it looks like we're going to have to go the long way and up those structures. Probably should have had a fortifying meal. That would have increased my magicka drain, or reduced it so it doesn't take as much magicka off. Egonians love their windy roads, don't they? Or bridges, really. And here we are at the Skyshard. The Skyshard was exactly here on the map, so it is kind of at the furthest point possible in the entire cave. Now, why don't we head up this way and get the final... or kind of get the skull. Get an ancestor's skull. Watch out, some of these walls can be a little bit difficult to navigate in these dark caves. Oh, I got detected by something. Okay, looks like the whole cave is woken up. You know what? I blame you, Shark. Should have been more sneaky than you were. Oh well. At least they're dealt with. Now, all we have to do is find the Delve Boss in this area. Which I believe this may be him. Headcracker. That's definitely a name you would give a Delve Boss. Looks like it's going to be like an arena style battle, I guess. Oh, here's Headcracker. No, that's not Headcracker. Come on, Headcracker. Just us now. You, me, and Sharp. He must be like the king of the Hadalids or something. Try not to step on those anymore. Go down this cat drops again. It's kind of a stage hazard, isn't it? Oh, where's Headcracker? Here he is. Use some Dawnbreaker on him. Now, let's take his loot. So we had the gold.
There's something worth
3
bragging
Queen
about.
Sash. We can deconstruct that later. And some poison, which I do not need. Well, let's carry on up here and grab the skull. If only we could take this treasure as well. The skull of the powerful necromancer Sea Lord Grandelic. And now all we have to do is place the orb here.
Gandelec's ritual has finally been completed, and the flow of necrotic energy has changed. Well done. I'll add some final adjustments to the orb while you make your way outside.
Like I say, Sharp, all this gold and jewels, and yet we don't have the ability to take it for our own. Does suck, kind of, in a way. It's all over the place. That's actually a fairly decent amount of treasure. Oh well, I guess definitely by the time the 4th era comes around, somebody would have claimed that by now. Now let's hand in this quest.
Excellent. The attuned dampening orb works perfectly, and I set up the siphoning process. Over time, the necrotic energy in the cavern should wane. Then the spirits here will eventually move on to their final rest. Now, the skull, if you please.
Here you go, the skull of Grandelic.
Oh, I'm lost. My ancestor Sea Lord Gandelek has been a dark stain on my clan's reputation for long enough. Now, after all these years, his ritual has been finished, and soon his crew will know rest. Here, take this. And thanks again for assisting me.
There was no problem.
I hear an alliance to combat the worm cult is forming in Sunport. After I take Sea Lord Gandelek's skull to my aunt, I may venture there myself. Unless, of course, my clan needs me to deal with some other problem.
Do all Sea Elf clans have someone like you?
Yes, more or less. It's easy, but wrong to imprison all clans in the same cage. That is to say, broad generalizations are useful in the abstract, but often cause harmful misunderstandings in practice.
And you're sure what you did here will eventually dissipate the necrotic energy?
Most definitely. I've learned a few good magical tricks in my work. Even if the worm cult comes along, they'd have a hard time trying to use the necrotic energy at this point. Especially without my ancestor's skull.
They can't learn anything from the spirits of Gandelic's crew?
As my aunt has said of my ancestor, that man clutched secrets more tightly than a drowning land legs holds on to flotsam. I doubt he told his crew more than he needed to. Less than that, even.